How's it going, YouTube? Maggie here, and I thought like, because I've not uploaded in a year, I want to, like, you know, maybe get this channel going. So I thought, why not do it the way that Blame Truth does it, and do sets, except maybe good ones, because like a lot of Blame Truth sets suck, to be quite honest. Yeah, so obvious set is obvious. Yeah, basically, because I'm all hyped about ORAS, and because it's like a ladder for this month. Team totally not stolen. This part's totally not stolen or anything. I mean, that's mine, but that's stolen. Yeah, the rest of it's not. It's like, that's like what I'm doing it on. That's what I'm doing this video. Yeah, that sucks. This is actually decent. One of the sets again. I've not actually played with this set at all, this team at all yet, so I might do that after filming. Anyway, so basically what I've got here is a few sets for some of the megas that I thought you might enjoy trying out. Yeah, let me just like get right into this. I'll leave like importables with any alternate moves that you slashed in, and like any alternate spreads detailed below, and what the spread does. So yeah, let's get on with it. Mega Beedrill. I love this thing. I'm sorry, but ever since like I saw its 3D model, which I'm actually going to get up like now, XY's, which I'm like going to get up now, because yeah, oh my god, don't do this to me, computer. Yo, computer, don't do this to me. Here we go. Right, so ever since I've seen like that on PS, I've just been like, oh my god, that's the most amazing 3D model in the entire game. It's like amazeballs. It's like, but I liked Beedrill before, but that just made me really love him. No, not that type of love. Anyway, so let me just get onto this set. U-turn. This thing's gonna mainly, I see this thing being like BL, and it working best on hyper offensive Volt turn teams. U-turns there because it's like, it's either this or Banzor has the most scary U-turn in the entire game. Poison Jab is just there as a secondary stab because adaptability, and why the fuck not. Drill Run, I've got Drill Runs for the sole purpose of hitting like Heatran, who walls the fuck out of it otherwise. And like that hits that I think this is pretty important for hitting Gengar, but if you're insistent on like using adaptability to its first, you can like change it to X-Scissor, but I like the utility of knockoff and how it hits Gengar. I'm sorry, but that GIF is gonna just get on my that GIF's just gonna detract from what I'm trying to do. Just distract me. Right, anyway, so anyway, that's just like obvious spread. I've not got 4 HP because it's Stealth Rock. I've just boosted the strongest stat, so why not? So let's just move on. Swampert, hi. This is like, you all know this is like one of the better, one of the solid OU megas. Not going to go to Ubers, cough, Mega Slowbro, cough, Mega Salamence, cough. Wow, that just sounded so lame. Whatever. Mega Salamence. Anyway, so yeah, this is solid OU material. It's really scary on the right team. Emphasis on the right team. Yeah, so let's just like, moveset's pretty obvious. I've got damp there, so I can switch on like because it's better than Torrent. At least it does something. Means I can switch on like leads. Means that I can switch on like lead Azelf on when you're predicting the explosion, block its explosion, so I can come in on it for free, and like use it to sort of shut down the suicide mechanic of Azelf. It also lets me like gives me a way to like stop Glalie, who are trying to go out with a bang, and like take it out myself. Because I'm faster than it. Because Mega Glalie is just going to go out with a bang. So we attempt to go out with a bang. If it needs to get off a last hit, that's what it's going to do. Either that or Ice Shard, depending on who the opponent goes into. So it's a nice way of stopping it. Yeah, the moveset's pretty obvious. Those two. That's just there to hit grass types, and that's to hit Ferrothorn. I've chosen Low Kick over Superpower and Hammer Arm on the basis that those two moves don't actually gain any KOs that Low Kick doesn't, and it's like for one target anyway, so might as well do it. It means that I can catch Ferrothorn on the switch for a 2-hit KO. It's pretty nice. You could also run like Rain Dance there if you've not got a Politoed, or Ferrothorn really isn't an issue. It's really nice. It's really nice for basically it's team reliant and preference as well, basically. The EV spread now. This outpace, this EV spread here, 224 Adamant outpaces Jolly Choice Scarf Landorus-T after the boost from Swift Swim, which I think is really nice. So it just means that you can reliably beat Landorus-T with like Stab, Waterfall in the rain. Just powerful. Don't use Ice Punch because it's actually weaker than a rain boosted Waterfall. If you're not in the rain, use Ice Punch, but otherwise use Waterfall. Stab, rain boosted. Yeah, that's the one you'll be spamming most. That's basically for shit like thing. Good job, Martin. Thing. That's for stuff that like resists Waterfall. Basically it's a secondary stab. It's also better outside the rain, so yeah. Waterfall's got that nice flinch chance there, so really what you use is down to situation in the match, if you need a flinch or not or whatever. Ice Punch is there to hit grass types. This thing can't ever touch Mega Venusaur, just a word of warning, unless it gets like Aerial Ace. So it get Aerial Ace or Zen Headbutt or something, gets Mirror Coat, but no, get O-Code. No, it doesn't have anything to hit Mega Venusaur at all. So like Ice Punch is there for other grass types. No Kick's there for Ferrothorn. Yeah, like I said, this outpaces Jolly Scarf Landorus-T after Swift Swim. However, you could actually run a slightly different spread of like this. 244 Jolly outpaces like Scarf Terrakion or Keldeo instead. However, you can only really run that with Rain Dance. So really, if you really need to get rid of them, and Ferrothorn isn't an issue, run that. Otherwise, just run this spread because it's just hella better overall. Yeah, so same ability for same reason. This is a slightly different set. This is a sort of anti-lead-ish, semi-anti-lead, but it can also come in like later game to set up Stealth Rock again if it needs to, or to take out something it checks or counters. Basically, I've actually gone. You probably just saw that and like, why has he got Ice Beam? But there's method behind the madness. With Ice Punch, even with 252 Adamant, you can't KO, you can't get an OHKO, you can't get any guaranteed OHKOs. In fact, I could get the calc real quick for you if you want. Like there. I'm actually gonna get the calc real quick for you. Like so. Swampert, like set like 150, I think. Yeah, close enough. I think it's 150. 252 Adamant, and like Oh yeah, Fizz Def, here we go. Fizz Def Landorus-T, Ice Punch. I'm sorry, but like after Intimidate, you don't like get an OHKO, and even without Intimidate, so like huge power Landorus-T, you still can't KO without like. Yes, you've only got like that chance to OHKO after the Stealth Rock, so it's not ideal at all to run Ice Punch on this set because of how common Fizz Def Landorus-T leads are. Which is why I've actually got Ice Beam with 104 special attack, guaranteed OHKO after Stealth Rock. That's pretty nice. That's like the only. I mean, basically, either way you're going to need Stealth Rock to OHKO this, but at least this way I can guarantee it. Which is the main purpose of the set. We might start seeing like Landorus starting to run spreads to counter Swampert, in which case Swampert, in which case Swampert just, adapts, changes back to Ice Punch if they start running specially defensive to get that OHKO. Yeah, so it's just generally better on this set because it's just sort of anti-lead. What's it called? Damn. Where was I? Oh yeah, F spread. Outpaces 8-speed Landorus-T on the turn you mega, which is really nice. Because you can like OHKO with Ice Beam after rocks. It's really neat actually. It's a nice way to go about this, and there's actually a chance to OHKO without rocks, but whatever. So like, it's the whole purpose of this spread, and I'm just rambling at this point. I might just move on because there's not really much that needs to be explained here. It's all pretty self-explanatory aside from the Ice Beam. If you're like using this on a rain team, you could run like this spread instead, but really it's not the best thing on a rain team, Stealth Rock Mega Swampert, as it doesn't really as it lacks the ability to either set up its own rain or deal with Ferrothorn, meaning it's not a very reliable sweeper if it's running a Stealth Rock set, which is why I don't really recommend using it on a rain team unless you're really desperate to get out fast rocks or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get on with it. Get on with this. Steelix. People say this is outclassed by Aggron. Now that is just. Now I'm not being biased with what I'm saying here, but that's just wrong. It works better on different teams, so you can't really say that one's better than the other when using either an OU is pretty team reliant as it is. I mean, so like I've got a defensive set here, which people are probably going to go like, oh my god, why would you not use Mega Aggron for this? Oh, it's like, no, it works on a different team to Aggron. Anyway, I'll start with the offensive set. Self-explanatory. I've chosen Heavy Slam over like don't run Gyro Ball ever. Don't run it because you need Heavy Slam to actually reliably deal with Azumarill. It hits it a lot harder than Gyro Ball ever will. Even Max Jolly is hit for less power by Gyro Ball. Yeah, you need it to hit Azumarill. I've chosen Fire Fang there is pretty important since it's the set's only way of hitting like Ferrothorn. Yeah, who otherwise walls the fuck out of it. And now this last move, really, this is mainly filler. I've got Rock Slide there to hit like birds. You could also run like Ice Fang to hit Salamence or something. Salamence and Garchomp. Thunder Fang to hit Gyarados. Basically, it's what your team needs. You could actually also run Toxic if fat things are a problem, or Taunt, I guess, but you're really slow. Just trying to think. Offensive Magnet Rise could work, I guess, but no. Yeah, so you get the picture here. Now this set works best. It works really well in conjunction with support from stuff like Tyranitar and Hippowdon, because it will give it the boost to its Earthquake, its Heavy Slam. So like No, and if you're running Rock Slide, it's Rock Slide, but that's only like to hit birds and Zard, so not really that big a deal. This EV spread is the one I feel that's best. This gives it this max if I remember correctly, this maxes out its overall bulk. While there are actually if you wanted, you could like detract a bit from your defenses to outpace double aid if you run like 44 speed. You can outpace 0 speed double aid, and you can, if you run like 84, you can outpace 0 speed Rhyperior if it's a problem. But really, generally speak, they're both pretty rare in OU, to be honest. They are good in OU on some teams. Emphasis on some teams, which is why they're not very common. Which is why I recommend that you just do this for the greater overall bulk. Yeah, so that's the set. Not really much else to say other than sturdy. Lets you switch it on stuff. If you can, try and not bring this thing on powerful special moves. Generally, it's like even with like base 95 special defense. Actually, no, this means it can handle special attacks. Holy fuck! Crap, Mega C8s are good. Anyway, now other one. This thing is like different. This is like the one that I'm going to compare to Mega Aggron because they're very similar in this respect. You can set up like rocks and then you can phase with Dragon Tail. Heavy Slam hits the fairies that are immune to it. So really, it's not really, there's little reason to run Raw unless you're on like a stall team. Unless you're using this on a stall team, there's no reason to run Raw. And even then, you probably shouldn't be running this on a stall team. Actually, no, it's probably pretty good on a stall team now I think about it. Well, yeah, Raw's only going to work on stall teams, but even then, Dragon Tail's generally better because you got Heavy Slam to hit the fairies and all that stuff. I've got Toxic in this last slot. It's mainly a filler, like Rock Slide on that set. It's mainly a filler. I've gone for Rock Slide because it's got like one target that's more accurate than Stone Edge. Also, the Sand Force boost is nice. Yeah, so Toxic's mainly filler. It hits like fat things. There are a few other options you could run. Torment works well in conjunction with stall teams, ish. I remember like Tormentran from 4th gen. That was pretty sweet. You could run Rock Blast to work around like subs and sashes and stuff like that. I'm just trying to think what else you could run. You could run like Firefang for Ferrothorn, but really, that's not really going to be doing much with 0 attack investment. Why have I got like a negative nature? No. Just no. No. I need to not give this thing 0. And the phone is ringing. There we go. Most picked up. Right. So Right, so yeah, really it's just filler. I recommend either Toxic or you could run Earthquake for a secondary stab if you're on like a balanced team or something. I don't know, really it's down to you. It's like Earthquake or Rock Blast or Toxic. Really, that's generally all you should be using in that slot. You could run Firefang if your team really needs a way to deal with Ferrothorn, but then again, why did... Oh my god, I just realised where Ferrothorn was saying this thing. Right, yeah, so Firefang's also decent, but yeah. It's like either options, it's like moves mentioned, not really worth a slash. Yeah, so yeah, just use this spread. No alternate spread, just use this. Right, yeah. Oh god, got the natures right. Yeah, I have. If you're on like a Trick Room team, you could probably like run 0 speed and negative nature, but still don't run Gyro Ball. Even in that case, just run Heavy Slam. You need to. Camerupt, arguably this is quite possibly my favourite Mega of the new generation. I mean, Mega Beedrill looks pretty sweet. Swampert looks pretty sweet. Steelix looks pretty sweet, but Camerupt, while it's not particularly nice aesthetically, this thing's just so powerful. I mean, like, oh my god. I mean, this plus this is disgusting. That power output on all of these moves, shouldn't do something like that because it's coming off like that. But even then, that's pretty scary. That's just disgusting. It's just get this thing out of here. It's like so much power. I mean, see, this thing will probably be like UU because of its cripplingly low. Like that's just destroying it. Such a pity as well. Because this thing, if they had like kept it like 40 or something, then you could like run a bit of speed. Like maybe not added so much in attack. Yeah, they could have like kept its attack at 100 because that's still pretty nice, and like kept it at 40 so you could like run a bit of speed and have a bit more offensive presence. But this thing, let me just get on with the moves. Fire Blast, self-explanatory, hits birds and Talonflame, and really this, once again, this is mainly filler. There are a few options you could run in this last move slot. You can run like Toxic to hit like fat things like Slowbro. Same with Will-O-Wisp. Slowbro is running all over the place at the moment, so that's probably a rather good option. Will-O-Wisp cripples physical attackers. Yawn lets you phase, but then again, don't run Yawn because it's offensive. Actually, Sub is another option in there because Camerupt actually forces a surprising number of switches despite its shockingly low speed stat, and having a sub up sort of makes up for that the horrible defensive typing. It's actually really nice to have. You can run like Flash Cannon if you're really paranoid about T-Tar or something. I actually no. Why would you be paranoid about T-Tar? You got Aerodactyl. No, Aerodactyl's hit by that. Like I don't know. Yeah, there's just like one or two options for that move slot really. Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, and like Sub. You could run Solar Beam or on a Sun team, HP Grass to hit like water types or something. Basically, Flamethrower is generally best, but I'm also gonna like slash Sub on there, slash Sub in here on the importable down in the description because it's really nice because of the number of switches you force. EV spread's very simple. Like, got a Stealth Rock, got a decent number for Stealth Rock, odd number for Stealth Rock. You got like, if you're on like a Trick Room team, you could change it to like this, but because this isn't a Trick Room team, I'm gonna be like, no, because you want to like outpace Ferrothorn. I don't know, Ferrothorn or something. I don't know. Yeah, so you could actually run like. You could actually take a bit out of this. You could actually like run that. I mean, it's not got a Stealth Rock number, but and you could like do this. You could like do that, but I'm just gonna say that without pace, like 20 speed outpaces, 20 speed conk. Wait, 64 speed outpaces, 20 speed conk even. So that's nice. But really, I just stick with this, to be honest. Stick with that. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave importables of these in the description with alternate spreads detailed below and alternate moves slashed in. Feel free to try them out a bit, and I might actually continue this series because that was a bit of fun. It was actually rather fun to do. Yeah, so I'll see you later. Peace.